Hey, hello viewers. I'm JUJU International. So I'm here for you to teach more importance and introduction to handwriting. So I hope you're all fine. So importance of handwriting is nothing but I'll give you some tips for you. We will go with some exercises, patterns and all. So first, one thing we have to know, that is we cannot change the handwriting. Just we are enhancing our normal handwriting. The handwriting we are writing, we are going to enhance it in the way of cursive. So totally have two types of handwriting. One is print handwriting and the other one is cursive handwriting. Okay, so for a normal tips we'll be giving for handwriting is that first you have to check with other people. The next one is you have to consult with your teachers. Normally I'm talking about kids. So for a kid, the basic stage we can about 3 years. So about 3 years normally they have a good grip. Okay, so for a good grip we need age about 3 years, so they can easily grasp the cursive handwriting. Okay, the next one is have to observe your posture, your sitting posture, the way you're keeping the note, how you're keeping and writing. So it should be flat. So there are several basic rules for that. So the later on we'll be seeing on to it. The next one is select the right pen. Okay, so without the proper grip you cannot give proper handwriting. So you have to select the right paper and pen. The next is proper grip. So you have to give a proper grip. There is a grip called tripod grasp. That is, you have to use only your 3 fingers. That is your middle finger, index and your middle finger, thumb finger, middle and your index finger. Okay, the 3 fingers you're going to use is that your thumb finger, index finger and then your middle finger. Only these 3 fingers will be using for your grasping. Proper grip will be using this. Next is your writing speed. So whenever you're starting your handwriting, before starting your handwriting you have to do several exercises. Okay, first you have to enhance your hand muscles, your finger muscles. So you have to enhance your finger exercises, which strengthens it. It also gives grips for your handwriting. Okay, so normally we'll be going with several methods. So if a kid needs to start writing this cursive, before going to it, a child come up with several exercises. Okay, so after that we'll be going on with several methods. First we'll go with sensory method. Sensory method is nothing but you can give a tray with a sand. Okay, a tray with a sand. You can make the kid to write the letter on the sand. So these are all simple sensory methods which easily you can make it in your home. Or else you can give a white board and a black marker. So you can make the kids to write on it. First allow the kid to scribble on the paper. Give a paper, give the pencil. So starting stage itself you cannot get a perfect grip. Okay, so for that you have to give a paper for a freehand scribbling. So it also enhances their grip. So it brings confidence for the child to enhance the grip for writing. So there are several exercises I have told you. Next, in handwriting normally we learn spacing between letters and words, neat presentation. So whenever you are presenting or writing something, so you have to give it out in a neat and good way. So for that we need a good cursive writing. So normally we learn cursive writing for good and neat presentation. Next is your easy and smooth writing. So okay, next one is, So overall will have poor personality in writing. So if we take the reasons, is the reasons for your poor personality, it comes in holding your pen with an awkward grip or at a weird angle. So normally you have to hold a pen. Okay? You have to hold a pen, that is using your thumb, index finger and your middle. So hold the pen with both the finger, rest it in your middle finger. Okay, rest it in your middle finger. Only these two fingers you have to be holding your pen. Okay, other fingers you have to tug it away. So a simple method I'll give you how to grip a writing tool. Okay, how to give a grip of a writing tool. Okay, first you have to take a pen, the one which is your with more comfortable. Keep it in your opposite direction. Keep it in your opposite direction. Okay, now flip it. You have to flip the pen. What you have to do? You have to first you are nipping. Keep the pen in the opposite direction. Now you have to flip it. Flip the pen. You have to rest it on the hand. Okay, now you will get a grip, that is you have to use only your two fingers in which it rests on your middle finger. I hope you all understand. Again I am telling you have to have a grip with these two fingers which it will rest on your middle finger. Okay, so it is pinched between the ball of the thumb and forefinger, which is supported by your middle finger. Okay, in which the other fingers are tucked away. Okay, so this is a grip of a writing tool. So normally the one in which after the age of 4, so a kid having an age of 4, after that they'll be properly using a tripod grasp. So the fingers, 3 fingers, what I told is a tripod, dynamic tripod grasp. Okay, so the more you can relax your hand and body, the better. So whenever you are writing, you should not pressurize your pen or pencil in writing. It is a poor personality of writing. So whenever you write, it has to be smooth. The surface has to be smooth. The pen you are using be comfortable and all. Okay. Next, one example I'll give you. Your nails are white. When you're writing, you're giving so much pressure. So if your nails are white, so from the force you're exerting. So if you're pressing like this, okay, in my nails, it becomes white. So it's a wrong way of holding a pen or pencil. It is the first and main thing. So if you're pressing it a lot, your nails becomes white. Okay, so it makes your grip so strong. So keeping a very strong grip is not needed. Okay, it has to be relaxed. Keep it in a proper position, proper posture, and then you have to start writing. Okay? So if your nails are white, it leads to pain and discomfort. It also affects your consistency in writing. It also affects your consistency. Okay, so whenever you write, don't pressurize. Okay, you should not pressurize the pen and okay. So when a child learns cursive, before that he is able to write the printed letters. Okay, so before learning cursive, he'll be able to write. He'll be able in writing printed letter. Printed letter is nothing but a normal alphabet of uppercase and lowercase alphabet. Normally we are writing. Cursive is nothing but joining of letters. Here we are going to learn the styles of fonts in which They join together to form a word that will be applicable in sentence. Okay. Next is how to improve our handwriting. The next one is what are the ways we can improve our handwriting. The first one is we have to find a proper space and comfort. While writing, we have to find a proper space and comfort. The second thing is you have to keep the note or your book in a flat surface. The things kept should be in a flat surface. Next is find the right tool and a comfort one. So a tool which is comfortable to you, have to use those types of tools. Next is normal pace. Normal pace is nothing but not too fast, not too slow. So whenever you are writing, so it should not be fast or too slow. So it should be in a proper speed. Next, mind your hold on the pen. So whenever you are writing, always be cautious that you have to have a mind on your hold to the pen. Next, analyze your writing. So you have to analyze your spacing, your slant, your height, at what height you have to change, everything you have to notice. So the next one is always you have to enhance a habit by just practicing. Practice, practice, practice. So always have a practice on a thing to get a better one. Next is a normal reminder. A speed will come once you learn all your patterns, which makes your hand movements faster. So when we are learning a new thing, it comes only when we are learning it continuously. We have to give a continuous effort to a strong thing which makes us stronger in that movements. Meanwhile, you have to focus on your time and consistency. So you have to select a proper time, consistent. Single line we cannot write for 1 hour, that is not a good one. So we have to select a proper time and consistency. So already I have told you there are several methods. First one will go with tracing, will give you the letters. So normally if we give a printed letter, we'll make the kid to trace on it. If I am writing small a, small b, so we have to make the kid to just trace on it. First the kid has to be well versed in that letter. So this is the way of a child who enhance. So this is a way a child traces the letter. Okay, if a child is tracing a letter H, he is well versed in that. We have to start from the pink line, then we have to stop it to your second line. So this all comes when we start learning about writing those patterns. So next is spacing between the letters and words. So spacing is the main thing in which without spacing no one can understand what you have written on the note or paper. So mainly in exams for the kids, the marks mainly depends on the presentation of the paper. So whenever you are presenting a paper, it has to be neat and with a good spacing. See, when I am scribbling or without a proper handwriting, I cannot score much marks based on it. So cursive and printing is nothing but the difference in which the combination, print is nothing but the combination of two, in which you want a style that anybody can read clearly and letters consistent. So here I am showing you some of the printed letters, that is without joining. So these printed letters, in such cases, if we are writing it in a cursive, it changes like this. Okay, so printed letters HAND, we are not joining. So HAND, in the printed way we'll be writing like this, but in cursive HAND. For writing cursive we are using many strokes and patterns. So these strokes and patterns helps in joining the letters to form a word. So for a word there are combination of lines. These strokes and lines helps them in forming a word. So words are normally a set of lines. So these lines are the building blocks in writing. So lines are the building blocks in writing. So first is that standing line, sleeping. So we have many lines. Based on that, I'm giving you a overall outlook of standing line, sleeping line, slanting, right slanting, left slanting. Likewise, these helps in your strokes to form a letters like this in cursive. So this will be your cursive letters A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. This is the way you have to change the printed letters into cursive letters. L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. So totally we have seen those cursive letters for those 26 letters. So this will be the pattern for your cursive letters. Next, certain letters you have to write in a proper way, that is clockwise, counterclockwise, and your vertical line. So in counterclockwise, that is A, C, D, G, Q, E, O, F, S, B. Next is clockwise H, M, N, P. These letters comes under clockwise direction. Next is your vertical line I, J, K, L, T. So these are the normal ways of writing such letters in those patterns. That is your counterclockwise, clockwise, vertical line. Next, there are certain strokes and for fluent and attractive handwriting. I'll be showing you that. The first one is oval. Using the oval pattern, what are the letters you can write is that A, O, C. So using oval strokes, the letters we are writing is that A, O, C. Next, in slanting, the letters we are writing in a slant way, that is nothing but L, T, F. So whenever you are writing L, it should not be in a straight stroke, it should be little bit slant, that is L, T, F. Next, connector. So this type of connector is used in between two letters which joins. Okay, so joining of one letter with the other letter, we'll be using this connector. For connecting A and C, we'll be using A. Then using a connector, we are connecting the next letter C. So in a cursive, the main thing is this connector. So with the use of connector, we can connect an n number of letters in a word. So it helps in the formation of cursive letters. Next is your underturn. Underturn is nothing but the stroke you will be writing for U. Okay, underturn. U and I. Okay. Next is your overturn. Overturn is nothing but you have to reverse the Underturn. Underturn is nothing. You have to touch the second black line and write. Then this overturn is the reverse method of underturn. Okay, these are all a basic glance I have given. So when we are coming to the patterns, so we will be learning many strokes and patterns based on that. Next, see, whenever you're writing, you have to be very much confident in that we are writing it good. So you have to be very much confident. First, we need a confidence. Whenever we are doing a thing, we must be confident in that. Without confidence, we cannot execute it in a proper way. So we need good confidence and also a proper preparation for it. So without a preparation, none of them can do a work properly. So we need a proper presentation, preparation, and also the execution. Okay, coming up to the handwriting again. Even a kid is not interested in writing, so if I want her or him to write but he is not interested, I should not pressurize the kid to write in the cursive. So come here, get the note, you have to write. So we should not pressurize a kid to write. Okay, it is not a good thing. So for even as adult, we have to have some interest in learning something new. So if I want to learn something new, I have to have a little bit interest on it. So I have to be able to know that there is something new in that. So if I learned, I can bring up with something new in that, so I can adventure. So we have to be able to identify whether our child is interested or not. So to bring up interest, for that purpose only we are making it to learn it in a fun way. So normally in home itself, if the child is not writing, don't pressurize or scold or beat or do all those things. Bring the child out, make the kid to stand in that open space. If you have a large space, give him a chalk piece or give him a paint or something else to make them to do everything in a fun way. So making a fun way will bring interest in the child. So it brings something to sparkle in his mind, that to learn something. So the first thing is, everybody is scolding, everybody is beating. It does not bring interest for a kid. So if we give something new to a kid, he is able to grasp and he'll be learning it in a fun way in the starting. So starting, if he is learning it in a fun way, it will also register in his mind very clearly that he is going to learn something new. So when a kid crosses the age of 3, he has a proper grip in his hand. So we can implement handwriting. So you can ask that at what age we can give cursive handwriting. Is my child is able to write at the age of 5? Yes, very good and fine. You can give and suggest cursive handwriting for kids above the age of 3. So above the age of 3, they'll be having a proper grip. So when we are implementing, the other question you can ask is that first we have to go with the print letter or the cursive letters. So I'll suggest that cursive letters will be easy for the kids, so as he is learning all those hand muscle exercises, he'll be writing strokes, he will be writing patterns, everything he will be doing it in the starting. And then after finishing all the basics only, he'll be moving on to the cursive letters. Okay, so cursive letters they can easily pick up and they can follow how to write letters in cursive. So basically we will be going with the importance of handwriting. We'll be doing exercises. Basically, if we are having a class for 1 hour, first 15 minutes goes in coping up them with the exercises, that is your hand exercises. I'll be explaining it you what are the exercises we can do, what are the helpful of those exercises, Those exercises will enhance your finger muscles, your hand, and also your sitting posture, everything. It also brings your mind relaxation. All those exercises will help for you for a proper handwriting. Okay, so when a kid is started to write cursive, so he'll be confident by his own way. So he's be very confident that I'm writing it neat, I can present it in a good way. So normally a kid and a parent will have a basic need that a kid has to get a good mark in his exams. Normally all will have this. So whatever the sports he is doing, whatever this everything will be there, but a proper handwriting will give you a good presentation that gives and ends up in a good marks. So nowadays it has been a big tragedy of handwriting. So in those days handwriting will be doing everything, it will be coming up in that way. But nowadays parents are very much showing interest in that the kid has to have a good handwriting. So many classes, so we are also offering online and offline classes. So this class is your free live class on our YouTube channel. So for offline classes and online classes, you can contact to the number which is given below. So you can call and ask for online and offline classes. So regularly you have to come up with following our live videos. So it will be very useful for you. We'll be giving you certain good activities, we'll be showing up certain new things. So make your kids, let them sit with you and listen, so they can also learn something new. So this is the first live video which we are delivering of introduction to handwriting. So what are the ways, what are the personalities you have, how to improve your good, just what I told you, the tips for good handwriting. What is the surface you have to keep, that is you have to keep it in a flat surface. So likewise many things have. Next is your holding of grip of your writing tool. That one, what I say is nip, grip, and flip. I think you all noted that. Again, I'll be repeating what I'm telling. Nip, grip, and flip is nothing but the easy way of holding a writing tool. So, for getting a proper grip, you have to have a comfort tool in which it makes you for a free and fast handwriting. I'll be again showing you. Repeat with me. Nothing is but keep your pen or pencil. You have to nip it. Next is your flip. Flip in the sense you will be holding it with two fingers and it will be resting on your curve. Okay. Next, you have to tug in all your fingers away. Then the only the middle finger you have to rest. That is nip, flip. Just you have to rotate the pen and rest it on your palm. Okay, palm curve, then flip, nip, grip. So for the grip also I have told you, you should not pressurize your pen or pencil. So if you give a pressure, you get impression on your next page. See, when I am writing it in a normal, when I'm writing it in a normal, you don't get any pressure at your backside. So if I am pressurizing it and writing it with the very much pressure, you get impression on the next page. So it is not good. So when for first page it will be neat if you give pressure. So when you are coming to the next page, the impressions of your first page letters will be at your backside of the page. So it also destroys the neatness of that page. So you cannot able to write in the next page. It will be very difficult for you. So for that reason only, you have to give a proper pressure. So whenever you're giving pressure, you should not press a lot in which your nails become white. So this type of white should not be done. It is a very wrong thing. It also bring pain for you. Okay, so that is why the trick I have told you is nip, flip, grip. So kindly follow this one, it will be helpful for you. Next is the one what we have to tell is when you are writing, never ever make a conscious of that everything comes right. So starting itself a kid cannot write everything as right. So what you have to do is just try, practice, practice, practice. So how much you practice, you deliver that much. Okay, see, if I'm writing a one line in a day, it is enough in the starting. No, we should not pressurize a kid to write a lot. So starting itself he will not able to write. So even adult us cannot do a unknown thing without knowing anything. Shall we do a thing for an hour or more than an hour? It is much difficult for us. So then think of a kid, he is just 3 plus, so he cannot write everything perfect or all in a day. It is very much difficult for him to do it. The next one is, so whenever he's not comfort with this tool, kindly you have to change the tool. So he's writing it with a good handwriting, but all those impressions, writing it dark, these are also some of the impacts you get by using the tool. Next is you have to observe your posture first. So whenever you're writing, you have to observe your posture. So you are sitting straight, you someone will be lying on the table and writing, so it is not a good. So whenever you write, you have to keep your note little bit left slanted. You should not keep the note straight and right, it is a wrong thing. Okay, you have to keep the note little bit left slanted, it has to be slant to your left. So you have to rest your left hand above the note, you have to rest your left hand above the note, so it will give you a extra power and confidence in writing. Okay, next, proper grip. What I have told is proper grip make the kid ask whether it is comfort for him, or else change the tool until maximum use the tripod pencil in the starting. So tripod pencil will be helping in your tripod grasp. So the shape of the pencil will be in triangle, that is a tripod pencil. So that will be very helpful in the starting. Other than giving that circle pen shaped pencil, give them the tripod pencil, which will be helpful for them. So next is writing speed. Writing speed is also very important. I cannot write everything in a very speed manner. I cannot write everything in a very speed manner. So we have to do something in a proper way. In proper way is nothing but very much slow is also a very slow learner. So very much fast is also very fast. So very fast is nothing but, if we are well versed in that, writing very fast is a good thing. So without knowing anything, any strokes, any patterns, the way of writing, the spacing, all those things, so without knowing we cannot do it fast. So when a kid enters the class, he'll be doing all those exercises, he'll be going with the patterns, then he'll be going with the separate letters. After those letters, two letter blending he'll be going, that is the joining of two letters, then joining of three letters. So likewise it will be going. So if a kid is going in a procedure way, so with the class, you can ask the question, with the live class, it is able for me to make my kid to write it in a home? Yes, definitely you can do. So in online classes also, it will be very much useful. We'll be going it in a very slow and proper way. Okay, in a professional way, we'll be going of teaching. So if a kid is listening, so listening power will also be very clear for him. Observing, he'll be observing what I'm doing here, and he'll be able to execute in his own note. So the kid learning in offline class and online class, both are very much talented, as both are having a good listening, observing, and executing. Next, you will have certain letters. You have, as I already told you, word is a set of lines. It is told in the basics of, in which lines are the building blocks. Okay, so when it, not only in class, you can make your kid, or the kid can use his leisure time. Whenever you have free time, you can take a note, draw normal standing lines, vertical, horizontal. So normally, what are the lines you use? You can start writing normally a standing line. So these normal lines are only your patterns. So vertical line, horizontal line, slanting line. So likewise, you can make your kid to write in his own way. So whenever they are having time, give them the paper or make them to write it on a blackboard, whatever the thing you have, or you can give a paint box to him, make them to paint it in a tray. So you can, in the tray you can trace a letter and keep, let them draw tracing with the paint. You can write A, B, C, what are the letters, you can shuffle the letters and give them. Otherwise you can show a letter and make them to write. So these all things are the different fun ways in which a kid can memorize and be fixed that the letter will be in this pattern. So for that only we are starting the pattern and strokes in the starting itself. So why we are starting strokes and patterns in the starting is nothing but, if a kid is writing, so if I'm telling a kid to write A, see, if I know the stroke and pattern, I can write the letter A. That is damn sure that if I know the strokes and patterns, I can write letter A. See, if I'm a kid, I don't know anything about stroke and pattern. uh Teacher is telling me to write letter A, so I'm writing letter A. This is a wrong way. Okay, like I'm writing A, but the font is correct, the letter is correct, but the way he write is wrong. So how we have to write? So certain patterns we are learning for nothing but to implement in the letter. So whenever we are implementing, it brings out with the proper way of writing. So for writing A, what are the patterns we use? First write left slanting line, next write right slanting line, and then you have to put sleeping line. This is the way you have to write A. So you can write a letter in different way, but proper way is the good one. So for that only I'm telling strokes and patterns are very much important for a kid to know before start writing the letters in cursive. In that patterns itself, starting it will be little bit difficult for them, it as it is new for them. But all are normal patterns which we are using and seeing in a regular standing line. A kid can identify a standing line. If I keep the pencil in a standing way, he wants to identify that it is in a standing posture. So we will be giving normal objects also for them to identify whether what position is this, in which position the object is kept. So when I keep the pencil in a sleeping way, so if I keep like this, he has to identify that the pencil is in a sleeping line pattern. So if I keep it as a right slanting, so a kid has to identify that right slanting for. So to that much confident, a kid has to be well versed in his strokes and patterns. So whenever a kid learns the strokes and patterns well versed, his letters and his movements in writing will speed up. So we can speed up very much when he is well versed in all those strokes and patterns. Next, if a kid is not in mood to write, kindly avoid that class in which, if a kid is not interested in listening or in observing, he'll be not able to doing. So even us cannot do a thing without a proper concentration. Okay, so if a kid is very much distracted, make him to come and concentrate what you're teaching. So avoid in the sense you should not take class is not a proper thing. You cannot make him or pressurize to write. What you have to do is let us give some normal fun ways of writing starting. Then we have start him with some exercises, and then you have to slowly we have to move on to the next one. Starting itself giving them the note, giving them the pen, you have to write only 1 hour class. So making this much pressure cannot make a kid to come up with the proper result. So whenever we need, they are kids. Kids are nothing but the good and proper listeners of us. So they will replicate whatever the things we do. So whenever we give them everything in a positive way, they take everything in a positive way. So if I am in the class, if I am very happy, my kids also will be very happy. So whenever we teach them, we are teaching new, so we have to bring curiosity in them. Next what will be, next what we are going to learn, next what I'm going to see. So what are the things today I'm going to get and go to my home. So these are the ways in which we can bring curiosity to a kid. So whenever they are writing, the one thing is they should be free minded. So whenever they are writing comes to the class, they have to be in a free minded. Or if they are dull or not in a good mood, we'll be making them to do it in a good way. Okay, so these reminders what I told you, I think you're all very much clear in that speed will come once your hand learns the movements. The same thing what I told is how we are doing is nothing but the speed will come once your hand learns the movements. Next is the meantime what you have to do is you have to focus on time and consistency. So whenever you're writing, you have to focus on time and consistency. So normally I have given you the introduction tips and what are the things you have to do and what are the things which makes you to a poor personality. All those things on the reasons improving how you have to improve your handwriting, everything I have told you. Next is the more you can relax your hand and body, it gives a better one. Okay, so many people tend to clutch the pen. The other one point is the many people will tend the tend to clutch the pen, in which it results in achy hand and shaking. The one which I told you before, that is you should not pressurize a lot. It brings a shaky. So whenever you are writing, if it is shaky, you won't get a proper handwriting. So okay. Next, it also tries mentally to check yourself every few minutes to make sure you're still holding pen comfortably. So whenever you are writing a word, see if I'm writing a word as apple, apple, so it has to be, I have to be confident in that I am writing it correct, my posture is correct, the grip I'm holding the tool is correct, everything I have to be very confident. Or else if my sitting posture is different, I'm keeping notes somewhere, I'm keeping the pen somewhere, so I cannot get the result if it goes like that. Okay, next what the importance of handwriting I have told you. What are the importance I told you. Let's have again a glance of it. Just it improves the grip of holding pen and pencil. It also gives pressure power to hands, in which our normal pressure avoids the shivering of hands. Next is strengthens your hands. So whenever you're doing all those exercise, you can naturally feel the relax of your hand muscles and fingers. Next, it enables you a fast handwriting. So whenever you write, every place you cannot write it slowly. So if you are taking notes, or if some seminar is going on, so you cannot and you have to know the short forms of writing, those short forms in which in later on when you read or if you see, you have to be able. So for all those things you have to have a neat and good presentation. If I'm scribbling on that, when I'm writing speed, if I'm scribbling, the next day when I'm taking my notes and seeing, I'm not able to identify what even I have written. So what I am written should be known by me. So everything needs good presentation, so it enables fast handwriting, it improves neat handwriting. Okay, so it also improves neat handwriting. So basically when we are coming to exercises, we have basically 10 exercises with us. So whenever you're doing, normally not only handwriting, the people who are working with your computer or continuously who are working using your hands for your work, or the people who are writing always can use these exercises. Normally it brings a very good results in your strength and your finger extension, everything. Okay, so I have told you 10 exercises. The first one will go with touch each finger ends. The first one goes with touch each finger ends. It's nothing but, now we are moving on to our exercises. I've given you the importance, your plus and minuses for handwriting, your age limit for handwriting, then the kids mentality about handwriting, how you can make them to sit in a place and do handwriting. Everything I have given you an explanation about it. Then that those 10 exercises I'll be explaining it to you now. As an intro classes, we'll be in giving an introduction about all those handwriting, and we'll be moving on to the hand exercises. Okay, so I'll be doing exercises, hand exercises, so kindly cope up with me, continue, so repeat what I'm telling, it will be very much useful for you. So the first one is your touch your finger ends. One, two. So each finger end you have to touch with the help of your thumb finger. You have to touch your each finger ends. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, you have to repeat it for 10 times. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, so this exercise helps in your better grip strength. So while you are writing, you can have a better grip strength if you do this exercise before your writing. So whenever a kid is coming to class, so we will be making the kid to continue those exercise maximum 5 times, each exercise 5 times per day. 5 exercise will be doing. So for the starting 15 minutes you will be having exercise part, and then we'll be going on to the writing part. So the first exercise what I have told is touch each finger ends. With the help of your thumb finger, you have to touch each tip of your finger end. Okay, first one is touch each finger ends. The next one is rubber band stretch. For this exercises you have to take a rubber band. Okay, a normal rubber band which we are using, so you have to wear it in your hand. Okay, so this is the way you have to do. You have to stretch, close, stretch, close. At what extreme you can stretch, you can set, but it should not move above this. So it should not come out of your finger. Okay, you have to balance it, and also you have to extend and then close. You have to repeat it for 10 times. This is the second exercise. The second one is rubber band stretch, in which this helps in your finger extension. This exercise helps in your finger extension. Okay, so we will be engaging our kids in doing all those things. So this will also be a different way of learning for a kid of exercises and then writing. Okay, so this exercise will be for finger extension, will be for rubber band stretch. So this rubber band stretch exercise is used for finger extension. Okay, next is your open and close fist. We have seen two exercises. The first one is touch each finger ends. The second one is rubber band stretch. Then the third one is open and closed fist. Okay, open, close. So open and close fist. This exercises helps for speedy and painless writing. So if we are writing for a long time, so for a long time I'm writing, so this exercises helps in speedy and painless handwriting. Okay, close fist, open, close, open, close, open, close, open. So you have to repeat it for 10 times. Okay, so this exercises is for speedy and paint handwriting. Open and close fist, open, close, open, close, open, close. Okay, so I think we have gone through three exercises. Okay, the next one is exercise 4, that is crush paper to balls. The exercise is very simple exercise. Okay, normally take a paper in your home, or whenever the kid is coming to the class, the kid will be having a paper for doing all those exercises. So exercises itself, it brings curiosity for the kid to start writing. Okay, so take a paper, a normal paper, you have to crush it into a ball. Okay, you have to use all your fingers, so all your fingers should be in proper motion in which you can make it into a ball. Crush all. Okay, you have to crush the paper to balls. Use all your fingers, your thumb, your index, your middle, your ring finger and your baby finger. So you have to give little pressure to it, crush it. Make, you have to be very careful that you are using all your fingers. Okay, you have to use all your fingers, crush paper to balls. Okay, it also improves your fine motor skill by doing this activity, making a paper ball using your fingers. So it improves your fine motor skills. Okay, repeat the exercise what I'm doing. So you have gone through 4 exercise. I'll be repeating it for you. The first one is your finger end, touching your finger end. Okay, each finger end you have to touch your thumb with the each finger end. Okay, it gives a proper grip for you, grip strength. Okay, the next one is your rubber band stretch. Rubber band stretch is nothing but it gives finger extension. Okay, you have to extend your fingers, close, extend, close, extend, close, extend, close. Okay, it gives your for your, it is helps for your finger extension. Next is your open and close fist. Open, close, open, close, open, close. This is the way you have to do for your open and close fist. It is used in the way for speedy and painless writing. Next is your crushing paper to balls. With the help of your fingers, you have to crush the paper to balls. It also improves your fine motor skills. Okay, next, the same, with the use of the same paper, you have to take a paper. You can take another paper. Okay, take a paper, crush the paper into small fingers. with your small fingers, you have to crush the papers only with your three fingers. Okay, only with your three fingers, other two fingers to be tucked in. Okay, these two fingers should be tucked in. You have to crush this small paper into a ball only with the help of these three fingers. You can clearly see I am using only three fingers. You should not use your baby finger and your ring finger. Okay, only these three fingers you have to use for making it into a ball. Okay, why we are using these three fingers? Already I have told you, tripod grasp. Tripod grasp we'll be using these three fingers only. Your thumb, what are the three fingers we'll be using for tripod grasp? Thumb, index finger, middle finger. Okay, in these two fingers you will be holding the pen or pencil and you will be making it to rest it on the middle finger. This is the way I'll be holding. These two fingers I'll be holding and rest it on the middle finger. Okay, this is the way we have to hold a pen with the comfort zone for writing. Okay, next we have gone through with five exercises. Okay, the next exercise is nothing but fold and stretch fingers. So normally how we will fold and stretch, I'll be showing. Repeat with me. So fold and stretch fingers. You also have to fold your thumb in. Okay, your four fingers you have to fold, thumb in, relax. Hold your four fingers, thumb in, relax. Okay, four fingers, thumb in, relax. You have to repeat it for 10 times. Okay, fold your four fingers, thumb in, relax. Four fingers, thumb in, relax. Okay, this exercises helps in improving your blood circulation. So whenever you are writing, everybody will be telling my hand is paining, I cannot move my pencil, so it is little bit harder, I know all the answers but I cannot write anything. So for those type and on these time you can use this. So with the proper blood circulation it will be easy for you to write. Okay, that is your four finger thumb, relax. Okay, so I'll be doing it for you. Kindly repeat with me. Four fingers. Okay. Thumb. Fold your four fingers. Thumb. Relax. Four fingers. Thumb. Relax. Four fingers. Thumb. Relax. Okay. This enhances your improvement in blood circulation. Okay. Six exercises we have completed. Again, I'll repeat. The first one is your touch each finger ends. First exercise is touch each finger ends. Okay, this exercise helps in better grip strength of your comfort tool. Next is your rubber band stretch. Second exercise is what I told you, the rubber band stretch. It helps in your finger extension. It helps in your finger extension. The starting doing all those exercises for many times will also make little bit pain for you. So when you make it as a regular, it will be easy for you to continue. Okay, next is the third one. Third one is nothing but the open and close fist. Open, close, open, close, open, close. Okay, this exercise is for speedy and painless writing. Okay, this exercise is for speedy and painless writing. Next is exercise 4, is nothing but crush the paper to balls. Okay, crush the paper to balls. Use all your fingers, make all your fingers to be in a motion of crushing it into a ball. Okay, use all your fingers. So this exercise improves your fine motor skills. So this enhances your improvement in fine motor skills. Next one is your fifth exercise, small ball with three fingers. So crushing the paper, that small ball with only your three fingers. Three fingers is what I told you: thumb, index, middle finger, and the baby finger and the ring finger should be tucked in. Okay, you should not use those two fingers, only three fingers. Use only your three fingers, make use of all the three fingers. Okay, so this helps to enhance your grip and write. So for your gripness and writing, you can use this exercise. Next is your fold and stretch exercise. The sixth one we saw, fold, stretch. Okay, fold, stretch. First four fingers you have to fold, thumb finger, and then stretch. Fold, thumb finger, stretch. Fold, thumb finger, stretch. Okay, this is the way you have to do the six exercise. It improves your blood circulation. Okay, we have seen six exercises. Next, we are going with seventh exercise. Seventh exercise is nothing but four finger close. Seventh exercise is nothing but four finger close. Open, close, open, close, open, close. So whenever you're repeating exercises like this, you can naturally feel the difference of how your blood is circulating, what are the nerves you're moving when you're writing, what are the muscles you're moving. So everything you can find out while you're doing all those exercises before writing. Okay, so this exercise, this four finger exercise, is used to boost your memory and grip. Okay, it boosts your memory and grip. Okay, the seventh exercise, that is four finger close, it helps to boost your memory and grip. Okay, next one is, we are moving on with exercise 8. Eighth exercise is nothing but interlace fingers. So interlace finger is nothing but you have to interlace all your fingers. Relax, interlace, relax, interlace, relax. Okay, you have to repeat it for 10 times. Interlace, relax, interlace, relax, interlace, relax. So while as a parent, while we are studying in colleges, schools and all, so normally when we are writing more casually, we'll be doing like this, right? Casually we'll be doing, but before and all, we don't know this much of exercises, patterns, hand muscle exercise, everything we don't know. So we'll be doing like this much, this type. So we'll be doing, see, all those are normal hand exercises, that only we are seeing it. So normally what we have done before is the one we are studying now. So these interlaced fingers and all we'll be doing. So this exercise enhances the grip. Okay. Next is your ninth exercise. So we have seen 8. I have recalled you the 5 exercise. The sixth one we saw, the fold and stretch exercise. Again I am repeating. Kindly do along with me. So the exercise is fold and stretch fingers. Next is four finger close. Seventh one is four finger close. Then the eighth exercise is your interlace fingers. Okay, this enhances your grip. Next is your exercise 9, that is nothing but tip to tip. Okay, tip to tip exercise. So all exercise will be easy only. So whenever you make it doing it faster, it also makes you to write it in a good and proper way. Okay, this is the tip to tip exercise. It strengthens your finger. This exercise we are doing it to strengthen our finger. Okay, So ninth exercise we have completed. Next we'll be going on with the 10th exercise. 10th exercise is nothing but finger pull. Okay, you have to pull it in your opposite direction. You have to use both your hands. Okay, tug in with this with opposite hand. So you have to give pressure and pull it in the opposite direction. Okay, pull it in the opposite direction. Okay, so this exercise gives stability. So you have to pull first in your right, next to your left, then right, then left. You have to repeat this exercise for 5 times. So it gives stability for you to write. Okay, so we have so far learned 10 exercises which enhances your hand muscles and fingers extension. It also some exercise gives you good proper blood circulation, everything. Okay, next see, when we are going with normal basics and strokes for handwriting, so these exercises will be very helpful for a kid to cope up in the class. So he will be very well prepared in doing the next one. So after finishing all those handwriting hand muscle exercises, we'll be moving on to the handwriting. In starting, you'll be having basic strokes for handwriting. So basic strokes will be there for you. In that basic strokes, you have lines, what I have told you before. Okay, what I have told you before: lines, curves, O pattern, S pattern, U pattern, okay, L pattern. Next is your loop pattern, wave pattern, B pattern, C pattern, and F pattern. Okay, these are the certain curves and strokes you will be seeing. So a child is very much interested in writing. So normally if a child, so in schoolings he'll be start writing in KG, kindergarten itself, a kid is able to write letters A to Z. After completing kindergarten, he is able to write the number names, sentences, reading, everything. So he is very much able and capability of learning cursive. So learning cursive, it's not a very big matter or a very difficult one. It is very easy and we can make it very easier and simpler for a kid to learn cursive. So if a child is writing a printed in a good manner, he is very much capable of writing cursive. Cursive is nothing but you're going to learn strokes and patterns, making the print letters, and then you're going to join letters with the use of strokes and patterns. You're going to write cursive. That's it. That's it. So a kid is known with normal print letters. He is very much capable of writing cursive. So if a parent, as a parent, if you're having a doubt, my child is still, he's studying third standard, he cannot go to cursive, is it possible for him? It is very much possible. I can give 10% assurity that a kid can easily cope up with cursive. So without knowing the printed letters, can I know to write cursive? That is also possible in such cases. So we need a normal exercises. The one which I told you, the 10 exercise, is the normal basic exercise for a kid to do his handwriting. Okay, so the importance of handwriting exercise is nothing, what I told you, that it improves the grip of holding pen and pencil. So if he is writing with the pen or if he is writing with the pencil, so he or she has to have a proper grip on it. So without a proper grip, none of them can write anything properly. So proper grip and strength is very much important for a person to write on it. Okay, next, the second one is I have told you that it gives power to hands and avoid shivering. So many people who cannot write at all, the fingers and hands are shivering for a long time. I cannot write. So those people all can use these exercises. So these exercises are not only meant for three plus kids. So uh, again, I'm telling you that all can use, who's working a lot, who's always writing, the people who are working in the areas of writing part, so all can use these exercises. It is very much useful. Okay, not only for kids, for adults, for all, I'm telling, it is applicable. Okay, then the third one, what I told before you, is that it strengthens your hands. It strengthens your hands is nothing but whenever a person is writing, he should be well built and start doing his work. Okay, that is true. Normally, technically, if we doing a thing, if this is not applicable, we are doing that one. If that is not applicable, we are doing this one. So we are making an alternative way for a single thing. So like that, for technical it is applicable. So we are doing a work manually. So writing is, we are doing manually. So if I cannot write in right hand, if it is shivering, it is paining, is I am able to write in my left hand? No, it is not possible. So technically you can give an alternative, you can have many alternative ways, you can have many solution. But whenever it comes to handwriting, you cannot alter your hand. Okay, it is impossible. Or some people 100 is to 1, 1 is to 100, they can have uh, practice of writing in both the hands. They have talent in writing in right hand, left hand, that's it. But the people who are writing in your right hand, they are not supposed to write in your left hand. For example, you can take an exam. Okay, if my hand is paining, still I have to write for 30 marks. Okay, is I'm able to write it in my left hand? No, my right hand is paining, I cannot write. May I write it in my left hand? No, it is not possible. In such time, we'll be doing these type of I think you all can remember the people who have attended the exams who are above 12 plus age, they'll be doing this exercise in the exam hall, right? So these are nothing but the hand exercises. These are the hand exercises. Okay, so everything is possible while we are doing such exercises. So he can write, she can write, so I am not able to write these and all. So these and all we cannot predict. Okay, so everyone can learn handwriting and everyone can bring good results if a kid or a person is continuing all his strokes and patterns, the way of writing, all those rules and regulations given while they are writing, everything he can compulsory, he can give a 10% result at the end of the class. Okay, so if you are following what are the things we are telling, it is very much important for them to understand that this comes this and that comes next. These are all the ways they learn. So they learn patterns, and strokes and patterns is nothing but it is not only applicable for writing, those patterns can be applicable for drawing also. So standing line is not a simple standing line. So a kid will know from where you have to start, where you have to end. You have to write without shivering. Okay, so then slanting line, if the line is slanted towards your right, it is right slanting. If a line is slanting towards your left, that is left slanting. So a person or a kid will be well versed in that strokes and patterns. Okay, so while you're writing, you have to be very cautious that you are applying all those strokes and patterns, your connectors. The main thing in the cursive is your connector. Wherever you have to use connector, you have to use. Wherever you have to stop, where you have to draw small lines, everything you have to be well versed in that. Okay, and the other thing is, a kid can learn more up to his age of 6. So if a kid, whatever the kid is learning to the age limit of 6, that is the base for him. Okay, so it is very, very, very important that you can make your kid after the age of 3. You can join him in the class to learn and continue his cursive classes. Okay, so he is very much capable of doing. So we have to, already he is having, just we are giving a sparkle to bring out his talent. That is, there is no kid that we can tell he cannot do this, she cannot do this. We cannot predict them. So everybody has their inner talent. So just we have to give a sparkle to them. We are bringing out them to do it. Okay, so a kid whose age limit is 3 plus is very much recommended for writing cursive. So it will be very useful for them. So before 6 years, a kid is very much good in handwriting. Okay, in that cursive, if a person, if a kid learned cursive between 6 years itself, okay, below 6 years, when coming up to his 6 year, he is writing well now. He is very good in his presentation. There is no other option that he will be collapsing in writing, scribbling, nothing will be there. So he knows, he learns all the spacing. So how to write a letter, how to write a word, how to write a sentence, then how to join the words, how to join the letters. So wherever we have to give a break, where we have to keep full stop, everything he will be well versed. So after his 6 years of age, there is no doubt in his writing. Okay, next the part is that only observing and delivering it. That will be the only one point for him. So if we take a kid, if a kid is learning handwriting, he not only learns handwriting. Okay, he learns different way of exposing. So when he is writing, he can expose it in a different way. His presentation is very much important in that. If he is presenting good, uh, if a teacher is seeing a paper which is a good presentation, and I'm having a little bit scribbling presentation, I'll not be saying is that bad, that very good presentation paper one, and the other paper with little bit scribble, do you think that the teacher will prefer the scribbling paper or the good presentation paper? Absolutely, she will be preferring what? That good presentation paper. Whatever, if the matter is not there in the paper itself, what the teacher will do, she will see to the presentation. So how he is writing, how he is presenting, all his spacing, everything. So a thing which attracts us is nothing but which is good. Okay, if attractive colors, a kid normally observes attractive colors. Okay, so if we give them everything in an attractive manner, he observes good. That is a point I have to deliver here. That is, if a kid is given something in an attractive manner, he is able to observe it in a good manner. So everything they see in the world is different. So with that different, we are making them and building them into a different person, and we are living into the different environment. Normally you take it in a school and home. Compare your home with your school. A kid in the home is totally different. All his cycling will be different. So for example, see, today is Saturday. Okay, for many schools it will be holiday. Okay, yesterday the normal cycle of a kid will differ from the normal cycle of today. It is normal. Okay, I think all will be experienced this. That is, yesterday a kid can wake up at 6 a.m. or 6:30 a.m. He will be waking up, he'll be doing all his morning daily routines. He'll brush, bath, pray to God, eat everything. He'll come to school sharply at 9:10. But today the kid will be in a mentality that today is a holiday, today he will not be coming to school. Okay, today I won't go to school, so I can wake up later. The before the nights itself he will be planning to wake up later in the next morning. So he will be watching TV, he will be watching mobile, play games, or do whatever the things, or read storybooks, everything. The mentality of the kid is to, it comes to the next day, not in that day, it comes in the, comes to the next day. So next day I'm not going to school, so there won't be any regular schedule for me. I can wake up at 8 o'clock, none of them will ask me, even my mother, my father, my grandmother, my grandfather, no one will wake up me, so I am very free. So what, from Monday to Friday a kid is in a scheduled work. So kids mind itself, it is in a scheduled way. Okay, this time we have to do this. See, when they're coming to school, they will be starting prayer in the morning. So 10:30 or 11 o'clock all schools they'll having break. So what is mind is, now we are going to eat our snacks. After that 12:30 or 1:30 we'll be eating our lunch. 3:30 we'll go home. This is the cycle what he'll be doing from Monday to Friday. So Monday to Friday is a scheduled work for a kid. So in between that gap we are going to give something new for him in the way of writing. Okay, I hope you understand what I'm telling. So they are having a schedule, I'm giving a new one. Now there is a break in the schedule, right? See, 3:30 if a school is getting over, a kid goes home, takes rest, take all his evening snacks, all do all those activities what he'll play, some will go tuition, everything. So if a person is coming 4 to 5 class on handwriting, okay, so I am breaking his cycle. That one day cycle I'm breaking it in between at 4 p.m. Okay, first what he'll do, he will get angry on me. Okay, first he'll get angry on parent, why I have to go, why you're telling me to write. Because at that age they don't know the purpose of writing, their presentation, everything. So when we are also kids we don't know the importance of presentation, everything. When we are grown up now only we are well versed in that, how to present, presentation is important, so everything. Okay, so a kid cannot accept that why we are making them to write or go to a class, or making them to write in the home or watch videos related to that. But their curiosity always depends on their mindset. Okay, so if a kid is coming to our class we will not pressurize the kid. That is the reason I'm telling why. Because already there we are giving them a break to come to the class, so they are entering the class. He will be very angry with me. Okay, he will be very angry with the parent as he they left and went. So 1 hour he has to be with, he or she has to be with me, do all the activities what I'm telling, what I'm making them to write, they have to write. So this also make to include in his cycle. So in his regular cycle and schedule they are adding the handwriting. Okay, so in that 1 hour is precious for him. So in that 1 hour only they are going to learn something new related to handwriting. So that time I should not make the kid to pressurize and write. For those only we are having a fun way of writing, those exercises. Okay, so we will make the kid to bring curiosity within that starting 15 minutes. So within that starting 15 minutes a mind of a child will be well molded. Okay, okay, right. We have came here to write a new cursive. Ma'am has given some exercises we are doing. So these are all molded and well mannered in the kid's mind. So he will be ready within 15 minutes. So I'm giving this much explanation for you for nothing but the kids' mentality who are learning. Okay, so that precious 15 minutes is our time to make the kid get into our class. That is the 15 minutes I'm telling you for hand exercise, not only for hand exercise, to make the kid give a break in his cycle and getting them into our class. Okay, so in that 15 minutes, he will be relaxed, we will be very strengthened by his mind, he'll be get ready by his hands and fingers, he'll be getting ready with his comfort noting tool. So within that 15 minutes we will be molding up the kid to start writing. So maximum you have to give a kid that time. The only thing I have to tell is, starting itself no kid will do anything. Okay, see, if a kid is there, I'm calling him. If I'm a parent of a kid, say I'm calling my daughter and saying that you have to write number 1 to 100 within 10 minutes, I'll give you 10. It is not a good procedure. Okay, so we have to see the interest of the kid, make them to bring to our mentality. Okay, so we have to make the kid to bring to a mental, okay, now we are going to learn numbers, so my mom is telling to write the numbers, so it's time to write numbers. So you can talk to the kid, make the kid to bring curiosity about what you're doing. So kids are ready to learn. Kids are very good learners. Okay, they are good observers, they are good listeners, they are good learners. Okay, so we are here to learn and give something new feed to the kid, in which the kid grasps and exposes it in a good way. Okay, I hope you all understand what I'm telling. The 1 hour is not only for writing, it also changes the total mindset of a kid. So importance of handwriting does not only gives presentation, it also relaxes their mind. Okay, by doing the exercises they get good proper circulation, blood circulation in the hand. Okay, by finger exercises they can give relaxation to your knuckles, small bones at the hand. Okay, so everything comes under handwriting. So handwriting is the chain link of many purposes. Handwriting is not only for writing a b c d, is not only that. Okay, so for that only I'm giving you this much explanation, that a kid is a good listener, learner, observer. Okay, so he can do anything what he listens. See, today take a remote in your home, open the back side, take the battery out, again you fix it, close it and keep it. If your child is watching, he or she is 10% able to do it again what his or her mother or dad is doing. Okay, see, he don't know any technical about it. Okay, he don't know how to open, how to close, the procedure way to open a remote or anything. So it is a simple thing. What we are doing in home is nothing but take a remote from near your television, make your kid to stand inside in between you, make to open the remote, take the battery, again you fix it on the remote, then you close it and keep it again near the television. Watch what the kid is doing. 90% of the kids will repeat what you are doing. Okay, so even a technical thing, they don't know a normal or a procedure knowledge about it, they can repeat what I'm telling, what we are telling. A person can observe everything and he can follow whatever the font of, you can write calligraphy, you can write cursive, printed letters, everything is nothing but they are going to observe, listen, observe and, okay, evaluate what they are doing. Okay, exposure what they are giving is nothing but their proper way of grasping what we are teaching. So a person is teaching in opposite to me. If I'm not ready to listen, is I'm able to grasp what he is coming to tell, or whatever the diagram he is having, whatever the objects he having, he's showing me a big picture in the projector, whatever may be. If the kid is not ready to concentrate or listen or observe, there is no way of delivering all. Okay, so the first thing what is that, we will be making the kid to come inside the circle of us. Okay, I hope you understand the reason why I'm telling these and all is, child's mind is not like adult. Okay, so they'll be thinking a lot of things, they may be going into the adventures of that. So if a kid is coming to the class with the thing happened outside, when he's coming on the road, is that he is seeing a traffic signal. Okay, traffic signal has how many colors? You have three colors. Okay, see, first he is seeing red color. See, all bikes are stopped, all your vehicles are stopped in the road. Okay, the normal simple thing happening on the road, I'm telling that a kid is overcoming that to class. Okay, so red color light, you can see red color light, he saw red color light. After that red light, no vehicles moved on the road. Okay, he is noting that. Next, yellow. Okay, yellow color light is, you can, he is seeing yellow color light. Okay, while seeing yellow color light, all the bikes, cars are getting ready. Okay, he is also on the bike, he getting ready, his dad also getting ready. Okay, next, green light, he is seeing green light, totally three lights there, he is seeing green light. Once the green light is shown, all the vehicle started to move in those directions. Whatever the direction they have to go, they are moving. Okay, so a kid is very much astonished on that what is happening now. So those three colors I can see on the traffic signal. So if one color is there, all are stopping, the another one they are getting ready, the green light we are moving, I came here. So still he is in the doubt. Okay, so when he's entering the class also, he's little bit like that only. So when he's entering, staff is asking him what happened, why you're like this, like she is asking. Student is telling, no ma'am, I have a doubt, why those three colors, why those vehicles are stopping, going, I cannot understand what is going on. So by this what you are coming to know is that I'm telling you that that kid does not move from that place where he's standing in front of the traffic signal. So that situation is carried out from that road to the class. Yes, right. So he is in that way of thinking. He even don't know that we have entered into the new place for some other class. We are going to meet some other people for class. He even thinks of what is happening on the road. So those three colors, vehicles, all those are running on the mind. So if a person is coming in that mind to a class, to that person, if I'm making the kid, okay, you came to the class, take your note, take your pen, I'll give you the pattern, you have to write. That is not a procedure. For this only I have told your short story like that. This is not a proper way to handle a kid who has to learn cursive handwriting. Okay, you understand. Okay, so a kid comes in a different way of thinking and mentality to the class. So that first 15 grace times is the time in which we will make the kid to mold himself or herself. Okay, so that brings curiosity in them to learn new things. So he'll be ready, he'll with the mind. Okay, he'll be fixing in his mind that I'm going to learn new thing, so I'm ready to it. Yes, I came, all those stories, everything we have to talk. So we'll be talking to the kid what happened in your afternoon, what happened in your school. So we are giving them a normal way of speaking in which it enhances the concentration of the kid to be in the class. Okay, so in a class, a kid should be with well and free minded kid. So a free minded and a concentrated kid can learn whatever the teacher is telling. So that is a main thing. Okay, so if they have a mood of writing a little, today only they are able to write only one page, it's good enough. A kid has a normal capability of writing 2 to 3 pages. Okay, on that day he is having capability of writing one page, that is enough. So we should not pressurize the kid to write. So the next class he'll be in different and good mood, that he can write extra one page. Okay, so when a kid is writing, you cannot make the kid pressurize, and you should not do it. Cannot is rather than could not. You should not make the kid to pressure and write. So if you pressure and write, what the kid thinks is that she will be asking like this only, we can finish it or not. So it will not register in his mind. So when he's writing, the thing he's writing should be well registered in his mind. So whenever, wherever, whoever asks, he or she has to able to trace or write the letter or say that letter in the way of learnt. Okay, in the way he learnt, he has to expose in that way. Okay, so if a person concentration is well and good, he or she can do whatever the things we are doing, they are ready to replicate it in a good manner. Okay, so that 15 minutes, so in 1 hour class, see, if 1 hour we are having handwriting class, first 15 minutes, first 5 minutes they'll be settling their mind. Yes, I'm right. So first 5 minutes they will be settling with themselves. Then the next 10 minutes we'll be talking with them. We'll make them to come inside a circle, making them to do such exercises, everything. Okay? So this brings the concentration and a steady mind of a kid to continue his class. So 15 minutes we'll be making it a very good and interactive session, which makes them to do some activities that will make the kid to bring it in a steady mind, and he'll be starting to do what the exercise or class taken, he will be start observing and doing it. So I hope you understand a kid can learn cursive at the age of 3 plus. So you can very much, we prefer that age 3 plus kids are very much recommended to join the class of cursive. They will be easily coping up, in which the print letters, if a kid knows the print letters, it will be very easy for them to come up with cursive. Only the simple things is they have to know about the cursive strokes and patterns, the connectors, the way of writing, the spacing, everything. So these everything, if they are well versed in that, their movements, all their hand movements, muscles, every exercises. So if when I'm writing a paragraph, my hand is paining, my fingers are paining, so what I have to do, just I have to go through all my exercises in my mind reading. Okay, suddenly you have to remember, oh, painless writing, so what I have learned, what exercise I have to do, so that when you can repeat it for 2 to 3 times, that is very enough. So you can get a relaxation of your hand, and then you can move on with the exercises. Okay, so exercises also very important in this. For those only, I have again and again telling that the precious time we are giving for exercise, it mainly that gives a good result on your handwriting. Okay, the proper posture, how the child is sitting, they should not lie down, they should not lean back or lean bend down. So okay, lean on the chair very much, that's and all, it gives some impacts on their writing. Their surface should be plain. Okay, they should not fold the note and keep, so that gives you the which destroys your handwriting, so that gives you a bad impact on your handwriting. So these are all your several impacts, and also which brings poor personality to it. Okay, so whenever a kid is ready to write, kindly give them the guidance. So we are here to give you a guidance of enhancing the handwriting of your kid. So whenever a kid is able to learn new letters and words, you are recommended to prefer them the handwriting course for them, in which already I said, below the age of 6 itself, they will be knowing many things. Okay, so that is the first and foremost stage for them to the new adventurous world, in which entering into the next stage, they will be learning many things. So learning many things is a very good matter for a kid, in which they are thinking it in a different level. So a kid can think a small thing in a different way. See, in a class, if I'm giving a chalk piece to a kid, okay, I'm asking what you will do to a kid. See, no, he only will answer is not an answer. Okay, I'm asking a kid, but the curiosity of the other kids will also make to answer my question. That is the basic talent of a kid. That is, we are naming a person, only that person has to answer is not the mandatory one, right? So if I'm asking a thing, every person will have different way of thinking. If I'm showing a chalk piece, I'm asking the kids, what shall I do with this chalk piece? One will answer of writing, another will be saying to scratch on the board, the other will be telling to write on the slate, the other will be trying we can break it, we can make it into pieces, other will be saying that we can make it into a powder, chalk powder. Okay, see, if 20 kids are in a class, 20 kids will be having a different way of thinking. We cannot predict that this kid will tell this answer and that kid will tell this answer. So everything is thinking in their own world. So to their extreme, they are thinking to their level. Okay, so we have to appreciate each and every kid's thinking. So we are responsible, we are here to responsible, to take responsible that a kid has different way of thinking. So we are to explain them what has to be done in a proper way. This is good, that is bad. So using a chalk piece for writing, using it for craft things, everything we can tell it in a good way. Then eating a chalk piece is not a good one. So when you're feeding a child, you have to say the positive and also the negative ones to the kid. Then only they will be very well versed about, oh, the other day she told that we can use only, we should use for this purpose, this is not for good one. So a child can grasp whatever the things we are telling. They are very much ready to get information, more information from us. So kindly don't predict that your kid cannot write, for your kid cursive won't come. See, mother and father is not writing, so my kid also won't get good handwriting. That is very wrong. I'm saying it, if a mother is not having a good handwriting, a kid is having a 10% good handwriting, we can bring it, we can bring a sparkle to him. So don't predict your kid. For this, I'm telling that I'm damn sure that every kid can learn cursive. Okay, the one thing you know is that, like your fingerprint, like your fingerprint, your cursive handwriting is also differ from one person to another. Like fingerprint, you cannot get the same handwriting for one person to another. Okay, so see how it is very rare that our fingerprint, we don't get same fingerprint to another person. Okay, that is also like, for like that, it is also very special to us. So you have to use the speciality and bring sparkle in you. Okay, so this is the one which I want to tell is that make your kid to bring out break out and do what she's doing, bring their talent in them, let them do, if let them take time, if it is extending, let them do what they are doing. Okay, so we are offering online and offline classes at JUJU International Preschool. Okay, so it is located in PUDUR. So for further information, you contact to the number that is given. So whatever we'll be offering your free online free live classes on YouTube channel. Kindly follow us and subscribe. So follow what are the tips we are giving. So you're very free to talk. Contact for more information. So today's session will be winding up with this. Just I have given you the glance of handwriting, the importance of handwriting, many hand exercises, the mentality of a kid, how to handle a kid, everything. So this will be next class, we will be moving on to the next session. So regularly follow us for further details about the courses. So have a look over it. You can have your time manage based on your time management, your course will be managed. So online and offline classes we are offering, so kindly refer to it. So thank you so much, thank you for watching. Thank you so much. I hope you have learned something new and you're all very much engaged for this 2 hours. So, thank you so much.